Hello everyone. Today we are going to work on this word marker system which allows us to add these overhead helpers and the level of the characters as you see here. So this is not a widget component. This is not added through a widget component added to the character itself, but we are implementing a common hard marker system so that not just the characters, whatever the actors that we need to show a marker for in the world, will have a marker over there, and they can have any different widget, not just this health bar. So yeah, that's what we are going to work on today. And before we get started, let me remind you that you can download the project files of this project and all other thousands of projects I have done in my channel from the Patreon page. And here is the full playlist of this series. I'll leave the links to everything in description below. So yeah, let's get started with today's episode. Alright, so for this part, I am going to use the gameplay message subsystem. I have introduced that in this video. I'll leave the link in description below, but it's not necessary for you to have followed this video in order to follow what we are about to do today. It's just if you want some more information on gameplay messaging system, you can refer to this video. So basically, gameplay messaging system is a plugin that comes with the Lyra project. This one, this gameplay message router, this is the plugin. You can get this from after you download the Lyra project and go into the plugins folder. You can see that. So I'm going to use this to implement the system that we are going to implement today. So let me copy this into my project, and I don't have any plugins right now, so let's create plugins and copy, and then let's open the project. Okay, all right, now here is our project, and this is the map. So we have two enemies over there, and this is me. Okay, so now to implement the marker system or the overhead helpers for these characters, so I'm gonna implement it in a somewhat generic way so that I will be able to reuse the same system to show markers for all other things in the world as well. For example, if I want to show a marker on top of this chest over here, a floating marker in the HUD, I will be able to use the same system. All right, so let's go to our blueprints and UI, create a new folder. Okay, now let's go inside. Right, now let's create a simple progress bar. Center face, widget blueprint, user widget should be fine. WBP, overhead, health bar. And here, I don't want to complicate this. Let's just add some progress bar like this, and wrap this with the size box. Maybe not necessary to do that, but let's just make sure it's small enough. So 200 by 50. The size will not be visible here because we don't have a canvas panel over here. And to make sure that we can clearly see it, let's set the percentage like this. This is our outline. Okay, here I added a simple outline as well. It's a white outline by switching this to a rounded box and width 1, width 2, and outline color this. Okay, but that's not really important right now. Now I'll add another widget that would hold all the markers. So widget blueprint, user widget, WBP, hard markers. Okay, now here I'll add a canvas panel. Let's call it marker canvas. Right. Now, let's also create a new actor component. Let's call it marker component. Right. So I am going to use this marker component and I'm going to add this to all the actors. For example, this character in the world. So I'm going to add that component to all the characters that I need to show a hard marker. So yeah, that's what my plan is. Okay, then to register this whatever the actor with the hard marker, I'm gonna send a gameplay message from the marker. So for that we can use gameplay message subsystem broadcast. Oh, not that. Broadcast message. So I don't want to send this message right away. Let's leave some, let's say 2 seconds to warm things up. So everything will be ready to receive the message. So I'm gonna use the tag UI hard marker add. So this is the message channel. Right now I don't have a message, but that's fine. Oh no, we don't need a message. Okay, so let's create a message type as well. For that we need a structure. S marker message. So we need to say who sent this. So actor, whoever the actor. And then we need to define the widget that we need to use as the marker. So use a widget class reference. I'll call this get and marker widget class. Okay, for the default values, I'll give this overhead help bar. We can modify this of course, but I'll leave it as the default value. Now here, make s marker message. So the instigator would be the owner actor where this marker component is added. So get owner. And yeah, now the error should be gone. So here, now from here, I'll listen. Here from on initialized, I'll listen to gameplay message. Listen for gameplay messages. And the channel is the same channel, UI hard marker add. And payload type is S marker message. Should be an exact match. I'll promote this to a variable later on if I want to cancel this. AA because async action. Listen. And maybe on destruct. And destruct. We can cancel this. whenever we remove this widget, we don't need to have this listener. Okay, now here, let's just add a print and the payload. I break it and let's just say added 4. So we are not going to add the marker yet. Let's just print this and see if it works. Let's leave it for like 10 seconds so we have enough time to read. Right, now we didn't add these hard markers anywhere yet, this widget. So I think a good place to add this would be the in-game HUD. Yeah. We have already added this in-game HUD into our game, so this will be automatically there. And I'll make sure it takes the entire screen space. Right. Oh, we didn't add the component to anything yet, so let's add it. This is third person character NPC marker component. Okay. Maybe we should add this to the parent. Yeah, but then again, a overhead marker would appear for the player as well, so maybe not for now. Let's just add it here. Marker component. Okay. I don't need to do anything here because all I need to do is send in this message. Okay. Alright, now we should see a message for both of these NPC characters. Oh, marker added for, right, there are more than 2 NPC characters, I see. It seems. Maybe I have some more. Yeah, see, we have one here. Okay, that's fine. So yeah, it is working. Alright, now how do we add the widget and how to map it to this character? So for that, let's do something like this. Let's go here. Let's collapse this to a function. Add marker. Alright. Now here, instead of this, let's create a widget using this class and add should we promote this to variable? Yeah, let's call it marker, and I'll add this to this marker canvas. Add child to canvas. This as the owning player. I'll get owning player. Okay, now let's create a variable. Let's call it marker map, and the type I'm gonna use actor, and let's convert this to a map, and the other variable type widget or user widget. Object reference. Now we can add an element to that map. The key is instigator. and the value is this marker. All right. Now, if I play, we should see in the top left corner 4 widgets. Yeah, see, we have it, but it's overlapping, so it's not matching the location of these characters. So that's fine, we can fix it. Okay, now markers. Let's add a function. Update markers, and I'll call it in the take, because we need to update the location of the markers in real time to match with the character's location. Oh, so maybe I should give some explanation why I am not using using a widget that we can directly add using this component. I'm not using that method because I want to have all the markers in a same widget in a centralized place so that I can control their visibility. I can hide them altogether, remove them altogether, do and apply certain rules like maybe make them smaller when they are in a certain distance, or all kinds of things. We can do that easily, and it's good for managing this in the long run. So that's why I'm using this way instead of adding it into directly into the character itself. Right, now here let's get the marker map. Since we are in 5.5, we don't have the for each loop for the marker map. So let's get keys and then values. Let's iterate to keys. If the key is valid, then we can get the value, which is the widget. Get using the index. So here what we need to do is updating the location. So we need to access slot as canvas slot. And set position. Okay. Now how do we calculate position? So here we have the actor location, get actor location, and then there is a function called project world location. Oh, let's try this one. To widget position, and the player controller get owning player. Let's enable this too and connect it. All right, let's see how it works. Yeah, it is working, but it's not overhead. It's like in the sort of in the middle of the character, and also it's not it's aligned to the left side of the widget too. So we can fix it. First I'll make this a little smaller. Maybe width is fine, height like 5. Let's see. Didn't really changed. Let's see. Okay, so here when we add the marker, maybe here we have the slot set align. Yeah, need to set this to 0.5 by 0.5 to make sure it's added to the middle. The location is set to the middle. And here let's wrap this with vertical box, because I need to show an icon above as well. Alright, now we have these options. Let's set it like this. Okay, right, now let's see. Yeah, now they look reasonable. But the thing is, they are still in the middle. So here, let's add a variable vector. Position offset. Maybe not position, world offset to show the widget. World offset. I think that's clear enough. And now for the marker component, actually, why don't we make this a variable? Marker properties, yeah. S marker message. Yeah, then we can directly set, but we need to dynamically set the member for the instigator. So let's see. Yeah, instigator. I'll set it like this, and everything else can stay default. I'll make this public so that if I go to the character, here if I select the marker component, I can see marker properties and world offset. So I'll give this capsule half height is 90. So 90 plus maybe 20 units. So 110 vertical offset. And then I'll use it here when I update the marker position. Oh, but the thing is, we don't have that data here. So as a quick solution, let's do this. I will add an array of marker messages. Marker data. S marker message. And this doesn't need to be a map. So it's just an array. Okay. Oh, instead of actor, we can call this, you make this as marker message. Yeah, that also should work, but we might need to do some refactoring. Yeah, we do it when we add this and message. Okay, fine. This Now here we have marker messages. That's also fine. Values should be correct. Why values are not correct? Oh, values. We would need a different for each loop here. For each loop. But I think we should embed this message structure in the widget itself, but not today. Break and access the instigator. That's the actor here. Okay, looks like all good. And now here we can access the world offset as well, and we can add it here. Fire. Hey, see? Now the help bar appears on top of character. Oh, why it's not added? It's only added to one character. That's interesting. So I guess maybe this is why I forgot to connect this index. Yeah, that was it. See, now we have the overhead health bar. Right. So maybe 20 is too much, but it's working. I made it 100 here. Seems good. So I created this icon. Maybe we can put something like a level on top of the health bar. So yeah, let's add it here. This be above the health bar. Yes, actually this should be a border. Can I replace? Then I'll delete this, add padding, and I'll add a number here, a text. Or here maybe we can padding. Okay. Now to match this style, maybe instead of blue, we should use white with a black outline and give some down below. Okay, this is how it's gonna look. All right, now let's see. Yeah, this is much better. Oh, now it's down below. No, I think it's fine. It's fine when it's closer. But you can fine tune everything here. So yeah, I'm gonna stop this episode right here. Actually, I think it would be better if I set this to 1 in the alignment when we add the marker, so it would be anchored to the bottom. Alright, anyway, that's all for today. So later on we will look into how to actually update the helper, and maybe if we have a level, how to update that too, and have different kinds of widgets for other types of object markers as well. Okay, so thanks for watching. As always, updated project files will be available for download here in the Patreon page. Link would be in the description below. And let me know if you have any questions in the comments. See you in another episode. Goodbye.